Darling in the Franxx is the new series airing this season that answers the question, what would happen if you had an empty room, and in that room, you put the creator of To Love Ru, the mechanical designer of Gurren Lagann, the director of Idolmaster, and then lined the walls with the talented animation staff of both Studio Trigger and A1 Pictures. If you did that, what would they come up with? This. Not since Trigger's own Kill la Kill have we seen such a high-profile series that looks like it's trying to bury a somewhat interesting plot concept under sexual tension and innuendo between teenagers. It's hard not to laugh, really. Sponsored. Oh, I knew it. I knew they couldn't last. I knew that after the quirky comedy and the innocent adventuring shows of the past few years, that Trigger would decide that it was time to go back to their roots, designing characters that force cosplayers to wear skin-tight spandex. But now that I've got the low-hanging fruit out of the way, what exactly is this series? Well, Darling in the Franxx is a mech action series that takes place in some kind of apocalyptic universe, maybe? From what has been shown, parts of humanity are living in specialized dome-like structures, surrounded by wasteland and gigantic horrible monsters. They defend themselves by raising children to Jaeger mech units in order to protect their dome from attack. But this Jaegering is not like, say, Pacific Rim, where both pilots seem to handle identical jobs and they just need the double brain power to operate the machines. No, in Franxx, the pilots must always be male-female pairs because the female pilots take mental control of the robots and the males ride them. I'm not joking. There are literal joysticks attached to the girls' butts to form makeshift steering wheels. Anyway, as with most shows of this nature, there is one female pilot who is some kind of mysterious all-powerful being and has the blood of the monsters they face, etc., etc., and she, at first sight, becomes infatuated with our male protagonist, who, before this point, was unable to pilot a Franxx before. But once this girl called 02 pulls him into her cockpit for a quick makeout session, they suddenly pilot the most powerful Franxx to victory. Because of course they do. Now, in fairness, it is hard to judge this series impartially on the number of episodes that we have so far. Like, making surface jabs at the themes like I have been is just really easy to do, because we haven't been shown a lot of substance yet. Or rather, we have to a point, but the innuendo and hormones have been overpowering what little bit of intriguing plot exists. What we really need is perhaps a bit of a break from the characters' personal narratives and a little bit more time spent on world building. Like, immediately following those first 3 episodes, we start asking questions like, why do these domes exist, and what benefit do they have? Why are these children sequestered away from the rest of society and forced to fight in mech battles for a world they are not a part of? Why do all of them have numerical designations? Is it to avoid attachments, or do the numbers have actual meaning? Should I be expecting a character with the designation of 01 to appear, or perhaps 00, like shown in the show's opening? Touching on some of these in the more recent episodes is nice, but I'm always hopeful for, just all of the world building. Personal preference, though. A lot of Franxx so far actually reminds me a bit of Eureka 7. Like, the character personalities are vastly different. Of course, 02 and Eureka are almost nothing alike. But, I don't know, it's like the combination of the contrasting color schemes and the naive vibes from our protagonist that's very Renton-esque. When I watched episode 1 for the first time, I didn't actually remember which studios were a part of this collaboration. More specifically, I didn't remember that A1 Pictures was a part of it until I saw the credits at the end. But while watching that first episode, if someone told me that the collaboration was between Trigger and Bones, I would have believed them. Like, I've made reference to Trigger's last big fan service romp, Kill la Kill, already, and I'm mentioning it again because the sort of layout to this series, or at least how I'm reacting to this series, is very similar. At least as we're going along. And that being the case, what I expect out of this series going forward is action-packed popcorn material. Whatever deeper meaning that the creators try to squeeze in here or there will be nice, sure, but that's not why you watch this series. I am not expecting Citizen Kane, and neither should you. But what I do expect is balls to the wall, over-the-top insanity, the likes of which only Trigger can provide. Combined with the experience of A1 as well, doing animation? Damn, yeah. This series could end up being a technical marvel in the action department. And hell, by episode 5, we are seeing this possible turn towards more serious narrative content. Like, it's still Trigger, so I doubt that it'll stick for very long, but either way, I've got my popcorn ready, and I'm looking forward to enjoying the rest of this show as it comes out. So should you watch it? Yes. Like, if what I have shown you has obviously turned you off of it, then don't. But, yeah, watch it. At the time of this video, Darling in the Franxx is available in multiple locations, Crunchyroll for sub and Funimation for dub, the latter of which has been going pretty well as far as their simul-dubs go. And of course, there will be links in the description to make it easier for you to go and find and watch. But that is it for me today. If you have seen any of the show so far, let me know in the comments what you guys thought about it. Just no spoilers, please, for those who haven't. And as usual, a very big thank you to all of my patrons who make these videos possible. And until next time, ladies, gentlemen, and others, stay frosty.